Just like the other school, realist schools also have very importance in the subject of jurisprudence. So, as I have explained all the other school in my previous video itself, in today's video we're going to understand what is realist schools of jurisprudence, what are its key exponents, what are its thinkers, what are their contribution, and also welcoming you all to my channel. So, in today's video we're going to understand realist school of jurisprudence. So let us know first what is the realist. The realist school is a modern approach to law that focuses on how laws actually work in real life rather than how they are written in legal text. So basically, according to the people who are from realist schools, they believe that whatever written is in theoretical manner, that doesn't have much importance, but it is really applicable in the society. It began in the United States and is closely linked to practical thinking, or what we call pragmatism. So the very uh, you know thing of realist school was started back in USA, and it has linked to practical thinking, which we call as pragmatism. Realists believe that studying what courts actually do is more important than studying what law says. So as they say, they are firm believer of what the things is working in the society rather what is written in the written format. In other words, they observe how judges behave, what decisions they give, and how the legal process works in practice. So these are the three things that they basically focuses more upon how the judges are working in their courts, how the legal system is working in the reality, and not just what is written in the books or what should be written in the book. So their main belief is the law is what judges do. So they believe that whatever the judges do, that is the only law. Realists argue that law is nothing more than a prediction of what courts will do in a given situation. So they see laws something which makes it predictable that the judges would behave in a certain way. They doesn't see the law more than in a broader aspect. The idea was best captured by Justice Oliver Holmes, who said, "The prophecies of what courts will do are what I mean by law." So this is the Oliver Holmes statement based upon what law is. According to his belief, written laws or lawyers' argument don't matter until a judge gives a decision. So, for them, whatever judges do is the main concern, or not what these lawyers are doing. So, law isn't just about written rules; it's about how judges interpret and apply them in real cases. So, basically, law is how the judges are interpreting them in the court and how they are giving decision based on the written law. Now let us move into the features of the Realist School. So the features I have written here in a point format. Law is what judges do, not what they say in words in written judgment. So this can be an features of Realist School. Focuses on real life in working out code, not just legal theory. They are not firm believers theoretical manner. They believe more in what is happening in the society. Uses an empirical approach, as case real cases, data and behavior. So they are basically more focused upon empirical approach rather than a doctrinal one. So they give us deeps. They are more focuses upon real cases, data and behavior of society. Combines positivism law as it is and social with social law in society. So it's a combination of both positivism and society with sociology. Believes judicial precedents, past court decision are the main sources of law. So they believe whatever judges have given decision in the past time, which have kind of set a precedent, they are the only very important sources of law rather than the other which is also in existence. Considers law a social institution shaped by people, judges, and society. So according to them, law is a social institution which is based upon the people, judges, and the various society. See judges as key players who shape and develop the law. So they basically see the judges as the law itself, and they believe whatever the judge is giving decision inside the court, that will only conduct what a law is or what a law should be. Rejects rigid rules and concepts, instead support flexible evolving law. So they are not believers of static or law which doesn't have scope for amendment and changes, and they believe that law should be changed and flexible with the changing dimension of the society. Now let us know some of the key thinkers and their course. So many philosophers, many thinkers have given their contribution when it comes to realist school of jurisprudence. Among all of them which have their more contribution towards this school, here I have mentioned some of them. So this is Roscoe Pound, who is describing things as they really are. So this is the definition by him. Then we have Justice Oliver Holmes. The law is what courts do, not what they say. Then we have Carl Llewellyn, studied law in action, not just theory. So he is also against what is written in theory. Apart from them, we have some other philosophers or thinkers also. That is Corbin, Cook, Frank, Garvitz, Bingham, etc. So these all are kind of exponent and key thinkers of realist school. Now the realist school has been divided into two branches. One is American realism, the next is Scandinavian realism. So both have their own kind of thoughts relating to what law is. So according to American realism, based on behaviorism and code practice. So they believe that law is based on behaviorism and code practice and reaction to old legal formalism. So American realism was constructed as a reaction to the old legal formalism. And they believe law is what courts do. That is the law, not what it is written. That is law. They believe whatever the courts will do, that will be only considered as law or should be considered as law. Then we have Scandinavian realism. It says focus on psychological aspect of judges and society. So it basically gives more focuses on the psychological aspects of judges and the society. Law seen as what people feel or expect. So this is the very key features of Scandinavian realism, which are the two branches of realist school. Now let us see how it is different from realist and formalist. So we will be see the key differences between realist and formalist. For according to formalist view, law is fixed rule, law is judge's action. So both has different kind of thoughts in their thinking based on law, based on logic, based on behavior. So formalists feel that law should be based on logic or law is based on logic, and realists think that law is based on the behavioral pattern of the society. According to the formalists, law is predictable. So whatever is written, that will only be acted by the judges. Flexible case based, and as realists say that whatever the judges will do inside the court, that will be only make a law rather than whatever is written in a theoretical format. So that is the different views of formalist and realist. Now let us know some of the criticism of the realist school. So as like to other school, realist school has also some criticism which has given by various people. So the thing that I have written here in point, we have 4 points in total. Judges can make law all the time only in limited cases. So it has been written that the judges only can make laws in certain limited cases. Other than that, they have to be binding over what is written in the text. In most countries, legislation, not judges, is the main law-making source. So this is a very important criticism or point to attack upon what realist schools or realist followers think as. Judgment law is harder to codify, turn into a written exam. As if they see that whatever the judges say is the only law, but that is harder to codify and to form it into a written document. Critics say realism is just a part of the sociological school, not unique. They doesn't see realism as something which is unique and out of the box. They see it just a part of the sociological school and has similar pattern and similar belief. Hence, it is not something which is unique. So these are the kind of criticism that's against realist school. So this is all about Realist Schools of Jurisprudence. In this video, I have tried to explain all the necessary key features according to this school. So again, we'll be meeting soon. I will discuss other important topics as well. So if you find this content valuable, please do share, like, and subscribe. That's all for today. Thank you for watching the video.